All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Saturday. Today, we're going to talk about Dogecoin. Yes, we're going to talk about Dogecoin today. Look at this chart. Awesome. Awesome. Doge did hit 30 cents. 30 cents this morning, as some of you guys were predicting. Kriss was like, no. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Come on, slow and steady. But no. A bunch of buyers came in overnight early this morning and bought a crap ton of Dogecoin, and the price went up too fast. Too fast. This is my thesis that I've had here for the past week. It's like slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. But no. Somebody had to go start buying early this morning. And Dogecoin went from 28 to 30 like really fast. So then it pulled back. More buyers came in, and look at the volume. The volume just really ticked up today. This is unusual for a Saturday to have this much volume of trading. More than Friday, more than Thursday. I mean, look at this uptick here in the volume of trading here. So Dogecoin is pretty volatile today. And then there was a pullback. Now, what happened with this pullback? Well, we have Bitcoin to blame because Bitcoin still fighting this 116 line where it's been since it touched it here on Thursday. And then it dumped around, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, Bitcoin dumped. And ETH dumped as well. ETH was coming up nice yesterday, flattened out, and then it dumped. So Dogecoin just got pulled down. I'll just call it that. It was pulled down. So, but yes, DB, that's what I did. It's all my fault. Because this morning, when I got up and I saw that Dogecoin hit 30 cents, I posted this. Dogecoin surges up to 30 cents, now pulling back a bit. I expect to dip down into the red circle just below 29. And so I had the red circle there. So it's definitely my fault. I take full responsibility. And I'm not the type to say I told you so, right? But I told you so for those that were wanting to buy in a dip, right? It's like dip buying opportunities come with Doge. And this was my latest post here on X. You guys got to follow me here, right? This is my latest post. Dogecoin does not trade straight up. Instead, Doge gives us dip buying opportunities before continuing its bigger move. So this was it. This was it. And so in this morning's video that I made, I changed the circle to a bigger rectangle because I thought it would take a little longer to dip down below 29 cents. And indeed, it did. So if you watched my video this morning, you saw I had the red rectangle on there and was saying, yeah, sometime today, it's going to come down to 29. Because I made that video when Doge was up here at about 29.5 cents. And so I changed the circle to a red rectangle, and then down we go. Yeah, Victor, we're going to talk about that. Let's hold your horses. I got it all set up here. And then I'll get to the chat and we'll do a Q&A. All right? I'll get to you guys. So that's where we are right now. We're at 28.6. Now, some of you are all worried, right? Oh, these big red candles, Dogecoin's dropping. What if instead of this big move? What if Doge instead just kind of did this and maybe came up to 29 cents and come down, right? And it's right there. What if Dogecoin did that instead? We would all be like, all right, let's go, right? And instead, don't know, Dogecoin had to have this big trading, right? Big volume, and then that. So let me put that in red there. So instead, Doge did that. Red's hard to read. Orange. There we go. So instead, Doge did that. And that's exactly what I've been saying all week long. We didn't want Dogecoin to do. We didn't want Dogecoin to do that. We wanted to keep the volume down. We wanted the slow and steady gains. Like, nope. Too much trading this morning. Dogecoin just zipped right through 29 cents up to 30. It didn't spend enough time in the 29s. And now we're back in the 28s. So that's what we got. So what's going to happen from here? Well, first thing, I got to take my magnet and push it over. Okay, because we got to get Doge back up to 30 cents. The magnet works, right? The magnet still works. It just didn't hold because of stupid Bitcoin and ETH pulling back. So Doge pulled back. Okay. Again, dip buying opportunities, right? On those pullbacks. Someone says, Kriss, when's a good time to buy Doge? I said, look at what just happened. It went all the way down to 28.2. So, and now there's still weakness at 28.5. So now I don't know if it's going to drop lower, come down to the 27s or not. I don't have that crystal ball, but I think a lot of it is going to be hands in Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin going to climb back up to 116, or is it going to be weak and drop lower? That is going to determine, I think, at this point, what Dogecoin does. So I will blame Bitcoin. Don't blame Kriss. I just called it. I didn't control it. Now, if we zoom out on the bigger picture. Where are we, right? Where are we? We hit 30 cents. Awesome. You know I'm still a believer in the 4-year cycles. 4-year cycles. So cycle 1 ended in 2017 with this big run for Bitcoin. Well, I'm sorry, for Dogecoin. Dogecoin did follow Bitcoin pretty well at the end of Dogecoin's first cycle. And in doing that, there was this kind of form from the all-time high in 2014 down to the weakness before the breakout. Similarly, we had the same thing happen from the high at the end of 2017 down into 2020, right before the big breakout. Now, one could say that this initial move that we had earlier in 2025 or at the end of 2024 might have been that first breakout, but instead Dogecoin went back and retested that black line, which it didn't do in 2021 and it didn't do in 2017. So this cycle is a little bit different, but again, the news always overtakes the technical analysis, right? And we know what happened there in 2024 with Trump winning the US presidency, with Elon Musk and Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and some people getting all crazy like, oh, they're going to use Dogecoin in the US government. I was just like, no. But people will believe what they want to believe. And so there was all that hype, and Dogecoin ripped up to 48 cents. So it came back, it's hit that line, bounced off in June, and now we're going higher. We still have the second leg here. Now in 2017, there were 2 legs. It looks like we're going to have 2 legs in 2025, and we're right there. So that's the 4-year cycle theory where still we're going to have a run. And there's another view of that in just a minute. You Today comes out this morning. Dogecoin set to explode? Is Dogecoin set to explode? Analyst predicts a 42% surge. And I'm like, 42? That's 42%. That's weak. We can do better than that, right? We want 100%, 200%. That's what we want. Much of the large upside action in major cryptos of late has been in altcoins such as Dogecoin, with the Dogecoin higher 43% on the week. Catalysts for Dogecoin's price include the incoming ETFs, the new crypto treasury companies focusing on Doge. So we've talked about Clean Core Solutions, for those that may not have heard, in partnership with the House of Doge and the Dogecoin Foundation. They now have more than 500 million Dogecoin as part of its strategic acquisition plan. Earlier this week, first they announced the initial purchase of 285 million, and then they followed up with the additional 215 million, where they now have 500 million Dogecoin in their treasury, and they're going to double that in the next 30 days to over 1 billion. And they have a target in their strategic plan to eventually hold 7.5 billion Dogecoin in their treasury. Yes, 7.5 billion Dogecoin, 5% of all the Dogecoin these guys want to hold in their treasury. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Darth Mike, you're getting ahead of me. You know You Today, right? You know what they do, right? They take Ali's charts, of course. So there it is, right? Is Dogecoin going to melt faces? That's like one of the dumbest things to say ever. Thank You Today. Oh, melt faces. We've had fun on past live streams about that. But Dogecoin has seen a sharp surge in the last 48 hours, posting 2 large green daily candlesticks for Friday and Saturday. Yes, today, still in the green, despite the pullback, still in the green on the day. But we have Ali. Yes, our friend Ali. We did show this. Well, I showed it this morning. And if you watched my video this morning, another good video. Dogecoin's still in this buy zone, is what Ali's saying. Dogecoin is still in the buy zone before rocketing higher. So I don't know where they got this 42%, because it doesn't really say that here. He just says that Doge still remains in the buy zone, implying that bulls remain in play, adding that Dogecoin's bullish breakout will melt faces. So, and that, of course, Ali said that, and I just think that's one of the most stupid things to say. I'm going to melt faces. But hey, that's our friend Ali. We love him, right? We love Ali. Again, I just report the news here. I just report the news on Dogecoin, and there it is. What does this all mean? What does this all mean? Well, we turned to our friend Master Kenobi, and we showed this chart on yesterday's live stream where, look, we're right at this transition point here. We're right at this transition point based on the RSI, that we could mirror its movement from last year because we're in a similar position. And what happened after that similar position? There was a little pullback, an initial run, and then a pullback, and then the big run. That could be in play right there. The pullback that we've had, which would not be surprising, especially because Dogecoin this morning just went on a nice little run with high volume. So for those looking to buy on dips, right, there'd be a pullback. Then it moves higher. Then a pullback again. And then we've got the big blast. So that is exactly what I believe is coming up. So I'll take Master Kenobi over Ali any day. Given the potential for a Doge ETF in the current point in the market cycle, we could climb towards 99 cents by the end of October 2025. 99 cents. And he thinks that might be a conservative estimate, but that's what he's put out there, is 99 cents. And of course, if you guys watch me, you know my thesis here is this green box that I've got sitting out here. If you guys haven't seen my green box, welcome. Welcome. Here's my little sticker up here. My sticker is hanging out up here at like 85 cents, which is over the previous all-time high. But the box comes up to $1.16. The arrow actually comes up to about $1.80. The $1.80 is the fib line, right? The $1.16 is the bullish line. The sticker is just over the previous all-time high. So that's what we're looking for here. That's what we're looking for. So, but we continue. We got more to cover. More to cover. Bum, 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 bum. Dogecoin still at 28.5 cents. So, we've got this. And this one is Dogecoin versus Bitcoin. Because you know, I like to compare Doge and Bitcoin. And Master Kenobi doing the same thing. And he's looking back to 2021. In 2021, when Dogecoin had its huge run, Dogecoin outperformed Bitcoin by 85x. If we just did a 5x this time from here, that would be at about the same line as was the all-time high of Doge versus Bitcoin. Would be a 5x from here. In other words, 500%. Since this bottom that we had right there in the middle of June, right now Dogecoin is only up 80% versus Bitcoin. But it is outperforming Bitcoin from June, like I predicted. So, Demon, it's never too early to sell. In fact, I sold my Doge at a higher price than Doge is now, booked my profit, and now I've been in this house now for what, 6-7 months, very comfortably living here. We love it. We're very happy. So that's negative thinking. Can't have that. Can't have that. So 5x from here for Doge versus Bitcoin. And I continue to stress, again, over time, as we zoom out, Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin over long periods of time. Now, someone will come in here, right? As we've seen, oh, but how about since January 1? Well, you can pick 2 dates that fits your narrative if you're convinced Bitcoin has outperformed Doge. But as soon as you start spreading it out, right, into longer time periods, as we've shown on this channel, Dogecoin still outperforms Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a hard cap, 21 million only. Everybody knows that. And Dogecoin has inflating supply, right? Unlimited. But yet, Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin still. Thank you, Demon. It's profits, right? I mean, I made $2 million. Come on. I made $2 million. That was worth booking that profit. The fear of tariffs were coming, right? We didn't know what was going to happen. All this talk about recession at the time, like all that stuff was on the table. And I was like, yeah, I'm booking the profit. I still have a lot in the game, right? I still got a lot. So I will enjoy this run. So I will continue to talk about Dogecoin versus Bitcoin. Again, I want Bitcoin to go to 200K. I want Bitcoin to go to 500K. Awesome, right? I have nothing against Bitcoin. I just want to keep it real for all those people out there that are so convinced in their head that Bitcoin is a better cryptocurrency than Doge. And that's not true. That's what I keep seeing. That's what I keep saying. So. Well, I booked the $2 million and now I'm paying I'm paying the capital gains taxes. Okay. I'm paying the capital gains taxes now. But the whole goal was to buy this house for cash, no mortgage. And that's what I did. So, and then one last look again at Trader Tardigrade. This is the chart he came out with this morning right before I went live. Yeah, Rodrigo, I don't know what my total tax is yet because the year isn't over. My accountant and I have an estimate, and we're paying estimated taxes quarterly, of which on Monday I got to pay my next big tax bill, which is why I don't have a bunch of cash to put back into crypto because I got to pay the tax. But here's Trader Allen's chart here. Again, looking back at 2021, right before the big pump. And I covered this in this morning's video, if you guys saw it, that there seemed to be a resistance line here. There was a dip. Dogecoin traded up above that resistance line, came back and retested. One last little run, came back, and then pumped. The same thing's happening right now. Here we are in 2025. We had the resistance line set in 2024. Dogecoin traded down, dip buying opportunity there, right? At the end of last summer, right? Dip buying opportunity. And then went on the big run up, came back and retested that line as support. And here we are moving back up. What is the next move? On the big scale, it's going to be a pump. The pump isn't happening today, right? The pump is happening soon. So there's going to be a little choppiness now that we've already had this kind of acceleration in the price. So I think we're going to chop a little bit now. So that's what I see going on right now. And then one last thing before I get to the chat, we'll get to Q&A. One last thing is I went back and I looked at a chart that we looked at back at the end of May, which is this chart here. It's a Dogecoin chart as well. However, in this one, I did a fractal. I did a fractal here. And in this fractal, back on May 28th, Dogecoin was at 21 cents. The fractal showed Dogecoin dipping down to about 18, 17 cents, and it actually dipped down to 14. So a little bit further down. But then Dogecoin recovered in July, actually traded up to 28. So that was more volatile over the summer than what I thought Dogecoin was going to trade at. I thought the summer was going to be choppy. I didn't think we were going to have that much of a dip or that much of a rip, right? But in the end, it came right back to the fractal. So a little bit of a divergence here at the beginning of September. I predicted the dip was going to be probably later the first week, and it ended up happening on September 1. And then look, it's matching the fractal exactly here the second week of September with a run up to 30 cents. And there it was on the fractal right there. This shows a dip coming back down to 26, 25 cents before moving higher. And then the big run come the beginning of October has Doge coming up to this level between 48 and 63 cents right here. So this was the fractal that came from previous trading that got translated onto this chart. And I was like, Look at that. Look at that. 3.5 months later, right where the fractal said. Sometimes that works out. So again, if we're going to have this true blow off big run, where is it going to go? How high is it going to go? That is unknown at this moment. Next week, we do have the Fed rate cut happening on Wednesday. We've got the Doge Rex Osprey ETF, which is going to start trading Wednesday or Thursday. The last I heard from Bloomberg was maybe Thursday. And I'm like, yeah, let's let it go another day, because that's another day of anticipation for Dogecoin, which could lead to a higher price. It could lead to a higher price for Dogecoin. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Here's the daily chart right now, and it's a big green candle still up 3.5% on the day. So we still have a big green candle despite the pullback. Yeah, the wick goes up over 30 cents, but then comes right back down. And as I showed earlier today, this 2-hour chart is just a beautiful chart. Absolutely beautiful chart here with 1 day's worth of consecutive green candles on the 2-hour chart. And then, of course, this last one just blew it away, which was the big mistake. It shouldn't have gone up that far. It should have just stayed a nice small little candle and we would have been fine. But no, these guys had to come in, buy a crap ton of Dogecoin, right? Drag the price up over 30 cents, and now we have a retrace. In the end, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So, yep, the magnet is here, over 30 cents. We got to get back up. We're in the mid 28s now. We're in the red box. What's the red box? Buying opportunity, right? Buying opportunity. So there we go. All right, guys. What's going on? What is going on? The W pattern hit. Yeah, there's so many W patterns. I know, right, Joseph? But for the past 2 weeks, there hasn't been any W pattern. It's been up, 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 up. I would never openly tell what I have earned from crypto. I know, but people ask me all the time and I just tell them. I'm like, fine, whatever. Whatever. Good evening, R. How are you? Bum, 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 bum. You late to the party, sunshine? Nope. You can always scroll back and listen to the first, how are we in? 25 minutes? It's not a bragging pool, man. You misunderstand me. I'm not bragging, but I am saying why I do certain things. Because this guy was saying you sold too early. And I'm like, I took profits. You got to book the profits, right? That's all I'm saying. Why did I book profits? To buy the house. Cash. Getting out of debt. No debt, no banks. That's the whole goal here. That was the whole goal here. All right? 60 cents will be a major resistance level. Actually, no, not really. It's 48 because that's where we were in November. So you get over to that 48. Now you're talking 73. Previous all-time high. But we'll see once we get up there. It'd be a nice problem to have. It'll be a very nice problem to have to be up there at 60 cents and see whether indeed that is resistance. I like that. It's double where we are now. I'll take that. I'll take that. So. And yes, and Darth Mike reminds everyone that I have been in the trade since 2021. Yes. Indeed. Most of us would be happy at 85-cent Doge, wouldn't we? 85-cent Doge would be awesome. Let's do it. A 3x from here. Oh, well, we didn't hit $1. Who said we had to hit $1? We don't. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. If Doge does another 5x, what will Pepe do? Pepe outperformed Doge last year by a lot. So I don't think Pepe would do a 10x. I just don't think Pepe would have it in it. That would just be huge for something that basically is just a meme, where Dogecoin is going to have the ETF, right? It's got the treasuries, it's got the Doge OS coming, the whole utility, Dogecoin as a currency, an world adoption of Dogecoin, like all of that. Now, Pepe could go on some big spikes, but a 10x, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. From here, I mean, the past year and a half, Pepe has done phenomenally, outperformed Doge by a ton, right? No doubt. But from here, that'd be tough. Should you DCA in? I mean, that's the message here. Yes, DCA in. Not financial advice. I have to say that, but if I was buying right now instead of paying my taxes, I'd have bought on that dip. I would have bought on that dip this afternoon, right down here to 28.2. Yes. Those red candles is what you look for. Are we going to have another one here tonight? I don't know. Right now, it seems we're kind of bleeding out sideways. Bitcoin seems to be recovering from its dip earlier this afternoon. So if Bitcoin continues back up, I think Doge will continue back up. So now Doge is getting back in lockstep with Bitcoin, which it hasn't been in the past 2 weeks. Doge has been outperforming the past 2 weeks. So that's what I see short term right now. Could the ETF next week push Doge to 35? The anticipation of the ETF, yes. When the ETF launches, I think it's going to be a sell the news. Unfortunately, people will be expecting, once the ETF starts trading, for price to go up, and Dogecoin generally does the opposite of what most people expect. So I'll be the contrarian here, and I will say we'll keep going up until the ETF starts trading, and then we may pull back. And that also might be, the day after the Fed cuts rates, we could see Bitcoin and other cryptos pulling back as well. So there could be some weakness in the crypto market following the Fed meeting. So we got to be ready for that next week. So yeah, come on 30. It's magnet or gravity. Yeah, Joseph. It was the shorters. I think the shorters piled on. Yeah, Ron. I didn't look at the heat map chart, but yeah, I'm guessing. I'm guessing the shorters finally won a little bit. I mean, Bitcoin's still pretty much sideways. Took out a few longs on the dip here. Short term. It's a short term, but Bitcoin's been still not really moving that much. However, if we look at Doge, we will see that Doge decided to drop down and take out some of these new long positions. We got some new shorters coming in. We got some new shorts coming in. But let's zoom out on this to like the week long, and you'll see what Doge has actually done. And it's been taking out the shorters, all these shorters, each run up, shorters, 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 all getting taken out. Meanwhile, there's huge longs down here that are making a ton of money. They're going to make it. Doge is not coming back down to 23, 22 cents. I do not see that happening. Whoever longed it down here, they're making money. So we don't like the word mentorship, Hallen. We don't like the word mentorship here. So, are you a bot? Are you a bot that's here? You sound like one of those bots. So, yeah, we'll just say goodbye. The first boot of the day. Had to do it. That had bot written all over it. The mentorship thing, RR, is a third party who's trying to get you to follow them, to click on their link, to follow them and go somewhere else to be mentored. No, we don't do that here. It's a bot thing. Yep. I do daily bot cleaning on my channel. Daily bot cleaning. So I keep my comments pretty clean, but sometimes I'm like busy at work and in meetings, and the bots come, and the bots put all of this stuff in the comments, and and some of you guys see it and comment on it, and eventually I get back to it and I clean them out. So I know exactly right, Dark Mike. You don't need mentors. Buy low, sell high. It's that easy. You don't need mentors. Exactly. A fancy word for stealing. Yeah. Oh, Pops, you're here. Shilling your she bag again. Good luck. You do know that Dogecoin versus Sheeb, right? Continues to bleed out. I mean, Sheeb versus Doge continuing to bleed out today. So, yep. Sheeb is not doing well versus Dogecoin. Even though Sheeb went up like 8% or 7%, Doge still outperforms Sheeb. So, just letting you know. But good luck with your Sheeb. Good luck. Doge to $1. We'll see, Shreddy. We will see. Doge is number 2 in trending. It should be. Well, it should be number 1, right? It should be number 1. Trending. What do I get? Oh, Trump. Why is the stupid Trump token number 1? That's dumb. See, Shane, now, see what you made me do? You made me click on this stupid trending thing, and now the stupid Trump token. That's the one that bothered me back in January. Oh. But there's Dogecoin number 2, Pump.Fund number 3. And I don't know what that is. What's Cadena? Well, why is it all orange? Looks like Cadena is buying some advertising here. That's what that looks like, to be orange like that. Cadena is buying advertising. It goes down when we don't get a rate cut, and it goes down when we do get a rate cut. Exactly, right? Yeah, we can't win. Sheep has always been lied about by the developers. Yep. It's all lies. Exactly, Roger. Pups just comes on here and chills his bag because he still has a big bag of sheep. But, yeah. Lies. Yep, you agree. Sell the news. Byron did get his 30 cents. Yes. Yep. I had a guy try to sell me on his crypto classes on X. Yeah. Just come here for free. Doesn't cost you anything but sitting through some ads every once in a while. That's it. Otherwise, it's free. And we got class right here. Why isn't this going back? Oh, now it's all locked up. Stupid. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. The bots are not going to make it. Exactly. Not around here, actually, because, you know, I'm better than the bots. I stay right on top of them. Some YouTubers have AI bots that they interact with during their streams. Really? I'm glad I haven't seen that. That's pretty dumb. It's like, come on, really? I know a lot of YouTubers that do live streams. They have mods, and the mods are real people, right? There's real people there, not AI. But if they're using AI, ugh. The bot comments are awesome, aren't they? Especially when they repeat over and over again. It's just really? Adding a middleman also, right? It does nothing but cost you more. Exactly. Is Pax Cat an AI bot? No, he's an AI cat. Oh. Be a little cat figure in the lower corner. Oh, this world of AI, my God. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into, huh? Smash the like, subscribe. Thank you for the reminder. Kick the bots in the bot. Gotta, or her, or it, whatever. The boot. The boot came. Sheeb, dead. You know, William, and for Team Pups, you know, Pups is like got this big bag of sheep. He still wants to make money on it. And even today, when Doge went up, sheep did go up. Not as much as Doge, but it did go up. So it gave some of those sheep holders a little glimpse of hope. A little glimpse of hope. But yeah, glad I did not swap Doge for sheep. Exactly, DJ. That would have been a losing bet. They've been saying it for years. They're still saying it. I know. What is my price prediction after the vet announced cut? Because I know a couple of your live streams, I was mentioning that after the Fed does its cut, it's going to dump. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. That's what we're just going to talk about. And so Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, Tom Crown will have the live stream of the actual FOMC, what the decision is on the rate cut, which will be 25 basis point cut, most likely. And then the Fed chairman, Chair-Powell, right, Jerome Powell, giving his little speech and doing Q&A with the financial media, right? Tom covers all that. He's got a great live stream, a lot of fun. He covers all that. As soon as he's done, I will start my live stream and we'll do the aftermath. And just exactly that. What's crypto going to do from there? Is crypto going to go up or is it going to dump? So be ready for that Wednesday afternoon. To the floor. Well, Michael, what is a floor to you? Right now, it's just holding in the mid-28s. Again, if it had just followed my white line instead of doing the orange thing, people wouldn't be so negative. We'd still be going up. We still have higher lows. I mean, right now, this is the next low is right there. Let me change that to white there. That's our next low, which is higher than the last dip we had. So it's still higher lows. There hasn't been a big pullback yet. We just had some people get a little overexcited this morning and buy a bunch of Dogecoin. The price went up a little further. Doge to 5. Amin doesn't think that Doge is going to $1, maybe 50 cents. Maybe, right? You got to be ready for that, which is why we are going to have this strategy of just taking slices of profits, because you don't know. The pump coin is doing well. Bonk is doing well. Bonk is even going to go higher. Yes, I agree. Pump, yes. Those were my 3 right outside of Doge. Pump, nice. Nice. That's higher than, yeah, that's a new high. Local high. How is it doing overall? Let's take a look. Oh, this is a beautiful thing. That's a great looking chart right there. Look at that, 3 weeks of trading. Beautiful. I bought down here. And it is about to hit its all-time high. It's just about to hit its all-time high, which is at 69. 0069 is its all-time high. And it's at 0067. Wow. You know what? When it hits 0069, that means 100% of pump token holders are in the green. This thing could fly. This thing could absolutely fly. So I did this was my guess here. On the fib line, we would get to 96. Almost to a penny. Does pump hit a penny or not? That'd be a huge move. But yeah, very exciting. Very exciting there on pump. What's Pengu doing? Pengu, again, since the 1st of September, also up quite a bit. We can go to 1st of September, up 33%. And then we can go Bonk, although Bonk did pull back from last night, which was that pullback there. But even from the 1st of September, Bonk is still up about 30%. So we'll take that. And of course, in comparison, Doge, since the 1st of September, is now up 39%. Earlier today, it was actually up 47%. So Doge got a little too hot. A little too hot this morning. Shouldn't have done that. Should have just stayed slow and steady. But here we are. Here we are. Doge is always number 1. It should be, sunshine. In our trending list, Dogecoin's number 1. Right. We're all making jokes of the Trump token because it is just that. I mean, look, I sold my Trump tokens and I bought Pump and Pengu. And look at what's happening. I'm making all that money back that I lost on Trump token. That's why you don't hold on to bad things like sheep. You just don't hold on. You got to dump it. You got to get rid of it and change. I know it's hard, but you can't be married to your tokens. You can't be married to, well, except Dogecoin. Outside of Doge. Outside of Doge. You sold the pump tokens, William? You know, I've done the same thing. I sold Solana after Solana started going on a run. And I was like, I booked my profit on Solana and I rolled that into Cardano. I still did a 4x on Cardano, but I would have done a 10x on Solana. Do I kick myself for it? You know, at the time, that was a good move. That was a good move, I thought. Oh, kept my Doge. Hodl. Waiting for one big push from Sheeb and then say goodbye. Yep, that's what I think is going to happen. Sheeb is going to have a pump in it. I mean, Bone pumped the other day. Did you guys see that? You Sheeb holders? Did you see the Bone token? And I kind of thought Sheeb would follow that. But Bone went on this crazy run here. That was yesterday. It went up 100%. Bone token went up 100%. And of course, now it's like dying back down. But Sheep could do something like that. So anybody who was holding on to Bone, yeah, yesterday was the day to sell it on that run. So, yeah, how about Peak? Great question. Peak has been on a little run here. Look at that. Peak up to 9.5 cents. So it's starting to show some life here on Peak. It was, God, just on Wednesday, it was still down here in the 6s. So, yeah, that run since Wednesday is a 40% run. It's a start. A lot of us have bought it a lot higher, like me. But yeah, that's good. That is good. My line got out of place there. I accidentally dragged it. Got to get that all set here. There we go. My nephew is 9. He asked me to buy him some crypto and put it in my account. He wanted Sheeb. So I bought in $50 worth a month ago. It's still worth $50. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry on the bringing up the Trump thing. Yeah. It triggers me. It just triggers me. That whole inauguration thing, that inauguration weekend and launching the Trump token, which like totally screwed up my whole plan that I had on taking profits. Yeah, so Khan turned around, right? He was on yesterday. And he's very positive now. So, but there were others who were looking for 16, 17 cent Dogecoin. Yeah. Professor Pax, I tell you what you need to know. I try. Wow, I will not launch a coin or a token. Nope. I have to remind people of that because there's some history there and I don't want to go into that, but no. Is Somi running again? Somi? That one went running, it was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? And it's up again, $1.44. $1.44. Oh, last week. That's right, because this is a new thing. So last week, it ran up here to $1.80, and it did a double top, right? Classic double top move, and then sell off, right? Well, look what's happening. It's running again. Somebody likes this thing. But it's interesting, again, that sell-off is roughly about half, right, of the big move. And we see that a lot. particularly with new coins. Peak went down a little lower than half, unfortunately, for Peak. Trump token went down lower than half, but this one was about half. But yeah, it's woken up again. So something this morning got people buying this. Interesting. Come on, green candles. Got to get back up out of the box. Out of the box. I do not watch boxing matches, tricks. No boxing matches, no UFC. I don't like fighting. Exactly why you wouldn't be a mod, Christoph. Exactly. Hey, Donald. Yep. Sideways for a bit. Then we go to the moon. I'll take that. I like the PaxCat idea, the AI thing. That would be kind of fun to have. I just don't know how to program that. So I'm stuck with what I got. You're stuck with me. Nick got a little more Doge, now at 90,000. Nice bag. Very nice. Yeah, these price predictions out like another 4 years are unrealistic because who knows, right? Who knows? So, I mean, really, really hard to tell. What's the adoption going to be, right? Is Elon going to be using it? Then we might be up there. But if Elon has continued to ignore it and it's not in Tesla, it's not in X, Twitter, right? Probably not then. Probably not. Have I heard about vibe coding? No, I have not. Vibe coding. What is vibe coding? This is how I learn. I ask Grok. Vibe coding is an informal term for programming in a relaxed, intuitive, or creative flow state where the coder focuses on the overall feel or aesthetic of the code rather than adhering to rigid structures or best practices. Sounds weird. It just sounds weird. It's like, that doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in. No. I like the rigidness. I like the structure. That's how good coding works. Rigidness and structure. The magnet's got to be a little closer. Well, I mean, it already hit 30. So if I bring it down to 29, that's weak. I got to keep it up here. I got to keep it up here. You've been losing money on cheap, hoping to get your money back. Let's hope you get it. I want cheap to go up. I don't like people losing money. I just don't like the project at all. Buy low, sell high, buy the dips. We'll see what happens in October. Another country is going to have a crypto reserve, Kazakhstan. Awesome. What's good? Are we rich yet? Well, we were at like 9 o'clock this morning, but 30.5 cents. Now we're at 28.5 cents. No, it's all good. Is this a little profit taking? It could be. It could be, but I mean, it was following Bitcoin though. Bitcoin dipped. ETH dipped. So the market kind of just does that. So I don't see this as profit taking. I see this as manipulation of the price of ETH to take out leveraged traders. That's what I see. Ha! Ah, fun with AI. I did the same thing with lyrics to a song with KrissPax, Dogecoin. It was fun. Yeah, Tom does talk highly about me. He's good. Tom's cool. Yep. When I'm in the chat, chatting up, he calls me out, asks how Doge is doing, but then he usually just calls up the Doge chart himself, if he can. Yeah, Tom's cool. Looks like Peak is waking up, Rowan. Looks like Peak is waking up. I mean, I subscribe to the Peak channel on X, and they've got a lot of good information. I mean, they're just building really good stuff. It's just because they've had these token unlocks, it's really hurt the price. But eventually it's going to come around. It's a longer term hold. That's all I'm saying about it. It's just a longer term hold. But it seems to be getting out of the alley or the gutter that it was in, right down at 6 cents. That was bad. The chat doesn't like quotation marks. Maybe. Back up to 30 cents, Byron. We could. We could. This was just a Bitcoin and ETH dump that pulled Dogecoin down with it, I think. The Trump token, yeah, it was just a tool that lets rich people pay for access. Yeah, Justin's son was all over that, right? Got to meet Trump, and it's like dumb. Dumb. It didn't drop 90% from last high to low, Javier. That 90% is not a correct number. Again, I'm only setting the truth, right? Setting the truth. It was not. If I recall, it was like 77%. But let's see if I remember right. Okay? Let's see if I remember. I got to get rid of the X here. Get rid of the X. All right. From the top. 73 cents, right? Right there. To the bottom. Oh, it does say 90%. Uh-oh. You are right, Javier. 90%. The Bitcoin was the 70% one. You are correct. 90%. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I think it was the Bitcoin. Yeah. Bitcoin was 76%. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry about that, Javier. That's why I went and checked, just to be sure. It was Bitcoin was 76%. Doge was 90%. Which is part of my whole thesis. Another one of my theses, right? Right? In the red, Bitcoin does not drop as much as Dogecoin does. And that's been consistent, right? That's been consistent. Come on, Doge. Starting to move back up here. Got to get out of the box. Come on. Got to get out of the box. Peaks had a good run this week. Yes. You sold your XRP at 50 cents. Yeah. That's when I bought mine. I bought mine at like 58 cents. No, Fat Sonic. I think there was one person who said that he sold some at 30 cents. We're holding for the bigger move. We're not swing trading. Finally took the L on Sheeb. Waiting to buy more Doge and Pengu. Don't have any Pengu yet. You made $300 on Pepe and you threw it all on the Canelo fight. Good luck. Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin back up to 116. All right. Nice. That will help. Yeah, this dip in Bitcoin is what caused Dogecoin to dip. So, yeah, let's go. Tens of thousands. I've heard all kinds of estimates of how many people in London for that march. I think it's awesome that the police let them do it. There were a few news reports of a little skirmishes here and there, but for the most part, it was peaceful. And Elon did have a video connection where he got to talk to, what was the name? Tommy Robinson? Yeah. Yeah, they got to clean up their mess. I hear Trump is going to go back over to the UK. He's going to meet with Starmer, going to meet with the king. That's good. That's good. Christoph, that's so funny. If Clean Core keeps buying, FOMO still in. Yep. When they get to 1 billion, that's going to be big news. I mean, they're trying to be the MicroStrategy of Dogecoin. A cleaning supply company. It's like, okay. But they're doing it. Duchess is cooking. Something good, I hope. I usually, well, I've only had one exclusive member video is all I've had. That's just because my time is limited and I like to share my time with everybody because I've got a family, I've got a full-time job, like my time is limited. So when I'm here with everybody. NMR, I remember that. Fat Sonic, yeah, we looked at it. I just, again, don't really know what it does. But yeah, there will be some like that go running. But out of every one of those, there's 1,000 that don't. So we got to be careful. Yes, Ardos, let's go. Positive vibes to the moon. Get out of the box. Get back over 29. Let's go. Is it a fake out? Doesn't look like it. A dead cat bounce. A little bear fake out. Is that the Raiden? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. No frickin' way. No frickin' way. Buddy, how you doing? That's a good buddy to you. Thanks for the super chat, man. Good to see you. Welcome back. How you doing? We got to hear how you're doing. And where in the world is Raiden? Right? It's like, where in the world? See, we missed you. Raiden. It was just a few days ago. Someone was asking, have we heard from Raiden? It's like, nope. He'll show up when it's time. He'll show up. Oh. Ali, you're doing leverage trading. You almost got liquidated. Oh, yeah, I don't do that. People are getting nervous and selling. It's not even a huge dip. I know. You're never selling your 33 Doge. It's good. One more dip next week. Waiting for that paycheck. Posted bail. Ron. Oh, is that where he was? Oh. Oh. Yep, I admit my mistakes. I just in my head, I just had that pullback mixed up from Bitcoin. So yeah, Doge was 90, Bitcoin was 77. Green candle on the Doge again. Yes. Pump is coming. Back to it. Jump on it. Pumping, pumping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's vibe code a Pax Cat AI. I don't know how YouTube does things like that. I don't know. I don't know. There were a lot of shorts on that. Well, I'm just looking at ETH, right? ETH was going sideways and then dumped. So ETH dumped, right? Bitcoin dumped. I mean, everything dumped at the same time. Like everything dumped. So Doge, of course, was going to dump. I don't think that was necessarily a bunch of shorts specifically for Doge because every other crypto was dumping during that same hour. That's why I think that is. Yep. Tom's cool. Sunshine. Tom Crown. Cool. There was a vibe coding fail. A T app stored all the users' photos in a publicly accessible location. Well, there you go. I like encoding. I like rigidness and structure. And a lot of comments. You got to put a lot of comments in to explain what you're doing, piece by piece, all that. No vibe coding. That's, of course, back in the day when I did used to do some coding. Long time ago. Long time ago. Drinking an Oktoberfest on your patio? Nice. Is that a Sam Adams Oktoberfest? Drinking a Sam? Oh, I got to get some of those. I'll have to get some of those. My next case is going to be Sam Oktoberfest. Make a members only stream that is just a live cam of Pax Cat. Is Bonk coming back up? Good. We like that. Yep, coming back up. Nice. And pump, getting to an all-time high. Almost. That all-time high is going to be right there. So close. Almost hit it. Hey, Gerard, how are you? Welcome. Does a super chat make it a tip? I don't know. I'll have to find out if that's actually a tip. I will have to ask that. They do not pay it separately. They take the super chat and they put it in with the ad revenue, and they give you the money all at once. I mean, I could figure out, like I could back into how much of it was super chat on a month-to-month basis, which would take a little work, but they just give you one deposit a month where they just lump it all together. Yuppers. Hey, Raiden, fine. Just hustling, trying to get some dry powder. Nice to see you. You bought 95,000 Doges. If it goes down, I'm going to end it. I hope that just means sell, Yuki, and not anything more than that. Hey, Rob, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Your long Doge. Yeah, I am not a big fan of doing leverage trading here. I do not do that. So be careful. Solana holding strong. 240 is the line. It did dip under it. Buying opportunity on Sol. There's a lot of good buying opportunities earlier this afternoon. Sol went down to 236. Cardano was up to 95. Maybe $1 soon for Cardano. That'll be big. The pump is coming. May the magnet have great strength. Yeah, I stream in the evenings for a number of reasons. One of them is there's usually not a lot of other people streaming right now. But also it fits better with my schedule, particularly during the week. So I stream between when I finish work and when I have dinner. So this is going way back, Nick, way back to like Basic and Fortran and COBOL. Look those up. Yes, that was me. Most of it Basic. I made games and stuff. And but I was into architecture. I was not into becoming a computer programmer. So Pengu's lagging a little bit. Yes, the SAM one, good. Better than Shipyard. Yeah, I like the SAM one as well. The super chat should be a tip. Yeah, I'm a big spreadsheet guy. I'll do the math. You got me. Hey, Raiden gave out a membership. Doge Viking. Awesome. Thank you, Raiden. Generous. Very nice. Yes, old school languages. Exactly. Because I am old school. And that's what I was doing back in the day. But that's what there was. That was it. There was no C. There was no... Nope. Hadn't been invented yet. So that's what we had. And you really didn't. I mean, Basic was Basic. You really couldn't do a lot with it, but it was fun. I messed around with a QBasic once. Pencil. I don't remember something called Pencil. $0.58 I'd like to see. I think we'd all like to see at least that. Yes. That means we get over that 48-cent hump from last December. Oh, I'm good at spreadsheets too. I'm pretty good at spreadsheets. But I do it the old school way. Putting all the formulas in cell by cell, which just takes forever, but yeah. Oh, you want 58 cents today? Yeah, no. When I learned programming at school, my teacher told us he started out programming with, yes, they're called punch cards, RR. Yes, I did punch cards as well. Yes, I had a class where you went to the computer lab and you got a bunch of cards and you punched them one by one by one. And then you had the whole stack of cards. And then you went over to the desk, right? And you had your whole bundle of cards and you wrapped it with this, it was like a paper thing. And on it had your name, your class. This was all in college. You had your name and your class on it. And you gave it to the guy. And then you waited. And you waited. And you waited. And you waited. And like 20 minutes later, right? You'd find out whether you had an error or not. Because there was no way to know. And then you'd have an error and you'd be like, damn, just wasted half an hour. And it could have been one punch card that was off and you just get an error. But it would tell you at least which card it was, where at least in the string of lines that there was an error. Yeah, I remember that. You guys have it so easy now. Of course, programming so much harder too. Raiden gifted another membership. Mr. Moshi. Moshi, congratulations. Member of the channel. Thank you, Raiden, for your generosity again. JP, you sold all your Dogecoins? Yes, get over the 48 cents. That's exactly right. I am with you. What do you think about buying Pengu at 3.5? Anything under 4 is going to be good. Anything under 4. So it did dip right there, 3.5. We called that yesterday. Look at the line right there. It's already on my, it's already here. So yesterday during the live stream, we were like, that was the dip right there. So the dip today came down to 3.6. So what are we seeing? We're seeing higher lows on Pengu, 3.6 now. Will it drop lower? I don't know. If it continues its bullish move like Doge is doing, it won't drop that low again. But again, I think anything under 4 cents is a good buy. It's going to go higher. But that's, hey, that's just me. Just like anything under 30 cents for Doge, it's a good buy. Yeah, we called them punch cards here. But I get it. In Norwegian. That makes sense. Isaiah, I need to correct your line here. The Bitcoin ETF did see immediate pump. The ETH did not, because the ETH, one of them had this huge conversion from an old futures grayscale product that had a lot of money tied up in it for a very long time. And those people started selling. Dogecoin doesn't have that. Doge doesn't have that. But this Rex Osprey ETF that's going to start is like, it's not a big deal. It's really not. It's a low-level company. It's going to be really hard to find where it's trading. I mean, I'll be watching and checking on Robinhood and see if it's trading on Robinhood or not. It should be, but It just doesn't have the clout of a Grayscale or a BlackRock. So, but yeah, from the Bitcoin one did pump. Remember, Bitcoin went to a new all-time high in like 2 months following that ETF. But ETH had big selling and it kind of dumped the price. But that was just because of all of that money that was locked up in that old Grayscale futures product that converted to a spot, and then those people could sell. And the price at that time was a lot higher than when they bought into the thing. So they sold. Yeah, Gene, my 2-year outlook. Yes. The $1.85 piece was only if you look at the fib lines, right? If you're just doing straight technical analysis fib lines, the next fib line up after $1.15 or 16 is $1.85. And all I was doing was showing that on the chart for those that like that kind of TA. Does that mean I am predicting $1.85? No. Right? Okay. That's just that fib line, that TA line. That's on that 2-year outlook. That's what that whole video was about. Because who knows? I don't know. Anything over 73 cents is called price discovery. Those are all prices Dogecoin has never traded at before. So there's no way to tell. Do we top at 80 cents, 90 cents, $1, $1.15, $1.50? There's no way to know. It's all price discovery then. Okay, Toss, how are you? You're waiting for the lowest price for Doge and buy more. Well, that might have been it right there this afternoon. 28.2. Ondo Finance, I don't really follow it, Captain. It's gone on some runs. Seems to be a decent crypto for returns, but I don't follow it. Yes. On a percentage basis, Doge has higher highs, but also lower lows than Bitcoin. That is true. There's some ETFs. I know there's the Sol one. I don't know what HBIX is. Yeah, nice quiet streak. Yeah, Jose, Crow just had a big pullback. So, I mean, if you didn't sell Crow at 35 cents and now it's at 25 cents, you got to wait for it to come back. Because it will. But, I mean, it was just up here. That was the time to sell on those big green candles, right? Now, it's kind of bleeding out in red. So this isn't the time to sell. You wait for the next run, the green candles. If you're thinking of selling, I didn't sell mine because I'm expecting this to go higher in October. So I didn't take profits on my Crow tokens. I'm waiting. But this was these big green candles. That's when you think about taking profits. That's my philosophy. Unless you're just stuck in a stupid project you don't want to own anymore, like sheep. Or the Trump token. Right? And then you just sell and put it into something that's going to do better. Like I said, I've almost made all of my Trump losses back in Pump and Pengu. The magnet is working. It's a little distance, right? It's a little distance away, but slowly, right? Slowly. Ahmed, there's no such thing as a realistic prediction. It's the future, man. It's the future. I go month by month. And I blew September already. I said 24 or 25 cents by the end of September, which was bullish at the time because we were down at like 20 or 21. And so predicting a green September was going against the trend where typically Septembers are red months. So I did at least predict green, but Doge has outperformed my prediction already, and we're not even halfway through the month. That doesn't mean it can't crash and go down to 24, and then I'll be like, I'd rather be wrong though. And then I'll do my October price prediction video on October 1st. Yeah. Tesla X Shafia. That's a huge unknown and a huge wild card for Elon. Is Elon Musk going to do something there? But you see how Doge is performing without it. It's doing very well without Elon. Elon hasn't said anything about Dogecoin in a long time. And we're getting this kind of price action. I'll take it. Yeah, penny by penny. Yeah, and this morning, this like messed it up by jumping all the way to 30 cents. It totally messed up my penny by penny philosophy. It should have just come up to 29 and just gone sideways there with a dip down into the low 28s and then move higher instead of this nonsense. Well, not nonsense. It's nice to go to 30 cents, but too fast, too much volume. I like the lower volume, slow and steady. Hey, Isaiah, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Pump just made the new all-time high. Awesome. Yeah, I missed it. That's okay. It touched it. Yep, they're right there. It did touch it. Right there. And then it bounced down immediately. But yeah, new all-time high for Pump. Now, how much is it going to retrace from that? Blackjack? Ondo is involved in gambling? Not good. I don't know. Oh no, Black Rock. Sorry, not Black. Oh, I see. You deleted it. All right, I'm a little behind you. BlackRock. XLM, XRP. I mean, I think it was the guy who runs XLM used to be XRP, and that's why they're kind of linked together. When XRP goes on a run, XLM also goes on a run. Sometimes XLM does better than XRP, sometimes less, but that's usually only when XRP pumps on its like some other legal problem being resolved, right? Because XRP has a bunch of those. XLM has a better opportunity to do bigger returns in short periods of time than XRP. That's what I've seen on the charts. Come on, Doge, green candle, baby. Baby. Doge, Pepe. Yeah, Pepe kind of did okay early this morning. Here's the 12 line in blue, drop below it. But still, it's better than 10. The World Liberty coin, I don't follow it. I mean, I kind of joke about it just because Dogecoin used to have a price below World Liberty price, and then just Dogecoin just blew it out of the water the last 2 days. So I don't even know where World Liberty is now. 21 cents. Right. So at that time, Doge was at 21 cents and World Liberty was 24 cents. I remember this. And I said, yeah, don't buy that. Buy Dogecoin. Dogecoin will outperform World Liberty. And now World Liberty's at 21 cents. And where's Doge? 28 cents. Totally outperforming. I think with more news, Kronos will go even higher. I agree, Chad. I agree. 80 cents? That'd be sweet, Amit. That would be sweet. On Pepe, you're lower. Yeah, I bought Pepe at 10. This was last year, and I sold it at 20. It was a shorter term thing and doubled my money on it and took the profit. And I have not bought it back into Pepe. Hey, Mark, how are you? Oscar, hello. The dancing Doge dog. That's just at the beginning of the live streams. So if you want to hear it, you can just scroll back to the beginning and you can hear it. I don't play it in the middle. That was not a Bieber song. That I know. Was not a Bieber song. Hope everyone gets profit. Me too. I want everybody to make money in crypto. Everybody, even the XRP holders. I want you to make money. Everybody. $10 trillion market cap. Everything goes up. We all get rich. I want that. I know. Bitcoin dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance is a beautiful thing to watch, going down. Down, down, down. Like my prediction, right? That's my prediction. Lower, lower, lower. Wow, it really dropped earlier. 57.2. Now back to 57.6, but still below my red line. So that's my prediction line. So we'll be watching that with Bitcoin dominance. Hey, Kronos, how are you? Let's go. Yeah, DJ. I mean, that's the thing about Dogecoin, right? A large part of finance just still sees Dogecoin as a joke. So the attention is all on Bitcoin. That's where all the big money is. So that leaves it up to us, the retailers, to enjoy Dogecoin. But now we've got this clean core company, right? Buying Doge for a treasury. BitOrigin buying Doge for a treasury, right? It's starting. It is starting. Bought Pepe at 14.5, Raiden. Man, it's back up to 12, though. So it'll get back up there. Yep, Dogecoin's great. Proof of work from the start and always should be. I hope they don't change it. I don't want them to change it. Especially now I'm getting a miner. I'm going to be mining Dogecoin. They can't change the protocol. I know, Ahmed, right? Sold all that XRP for Doge. Good move. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance down. Hey, Ryan, how are you? We love it. Big red candles on Bitcoin dominance. How much XRP do I have? I can show you. I have it in this portfolio here. My XRP, I've got 1,200 XRP tokens right there, of which I'm up 435% because I bought it at 58 cents 2 years ago. So, but that's not bad, right? You buy $800 worth And now that $800 is $3,800. $3,000 of profit on an $800 buy. Not bad. Not bad. And it was something I didn't even want. You guys, whoever was in the chat on that day said, oh, Kriss, you got to buy XRP. I was like, really? Do I have to? They made me buy it. They made me buy it. And I'm up over 400%. ASIC miners, mine's coming. You sold 2 Bitcoin for Doge in January. Yeah. Yeah, based on the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, that was not an ideal time to make that switch. This is the Doge versus Bitcoin chart. And let me get that out of there. Yeah, and on January 1st, we were up here in the threes, like 34, 35. So if the Doge BTC chart gets back up, let's call it, with the beginning of the year, you said? Or sometime in January. I'll just even it out. So if we get back up to 35, we're around 25 now, then it'll be a good move. Let's go Doge. Get out of the box. Come back over 29 cents. Come on. Hey, Miguel, how are you? I don't do the boxing, Miguel. I don't cover the boxing at all. I do football. I do baseball. Some basketball. Don't really watch hockey. Don't really watch soccer. And I definitely don't watch UFC or boxing. Don't have time for all of that. It was you, Ryan. You made me buy the XRP. Was it really you? It could have been. Well, thank you then. Thank you for that. $3,000 of profit on XRP. Thank you. Oh, MyDoge. What you gonna do? You're gonna move back to Bitcoin once the Doge recovers? Probably not a bad move. Bitcoin is for cold storage stuff. Yeah, longer term. Doge is fun, short-term profit to use as currency, buy things, tip people. Oh, could have been. Okay. I don't remember. You know, we could find out, though. There's a way to find out. I'm not going to do it now. But there is a way to find out. Because all of those live streams are on my channel. And I could go back to those days we were buying the XRP. 7/17 was the first day. So we could go back to that July 17th live stream and we'll see it right there and it'll be there in the chat. And you'll know who was it that said XRP on July 17th. Because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Somebody said to buy it. And even then it was a 73 cents. That's the highest I bought it at. Because then the price kept going down. 63 cents, 57, 50, 49. Look at those. 49 cent XRP in September. Wow, 49 cents. Told everyone that was the time to be buying alts. Bottom of the market. Yep, buy ASIC miners to create Doge. Exactly. And the one I'm getting is ElphaPex, still on sale. Right there, DG Home 1. ASIC miner on sale. So I've got a link in the description below. Get $200 off. They're already on sale price. You get more, 200 more off that. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know. What version of Excel is that? That is Office Home. Because I've got 4 different computers and I can't run Excel on all 4 computers. So I end up doing this. I know it's stupid, right? It's stupid, but it's free. It's free. But yeah, that's not real Excel. That's fake Excel. But it does the job and allows me to work on multiple computers without paying multiple stupid monthly subscriptions to Office 365 or whatever. What is Excel? Hey, Vince. These days, Doge moving up penny by penny. Could each of these big spikes be those Treasury purchases? Probably not. They're probably doing it OTC. They're not buying on exchanges. So, again, this morning, why this accelerated on a Saturday morning, I think it was just some FOMO, right? Push the price up. Bigger volume, but not Treasury company. I'm sure they're negotiating directly with an exchange over the counter, OTC, and doing it that way. Yeah, profit taking was going to happen when it went up fast to 30 cents. Yeah. I'd like to see slow and steady again, Miguel. We'll see how the week goes. Yeah, you can't play that game. You can't be looking at those numbers of how much you would have been up if you hadn't done this or hadn't done that. That's not good for your mind. Not good for your mind. So just stay positive. Look at the bright side. It'll get back up. You'll be good. Yep. That ElphaPex DG Home 1 is an ASIC. It's not a GPU. It's a real ASIC for your home. Doesn't have big fans, doesn't make a huge ton of noise. That's its advantage. Yeah, I didn't want to do like anything illegal with Office. So I did the home office thing, free download, open office, whatever it's called. And I use that. Yeah, remember when you just bought the software and owned it forever? Those were the days. They all like those subscriptions now. Adobe is the worst. Adobe is absolutely the worst. Can't use Photoshop anymore. Nope. Way too expensive. Yeah, so it's not real Excel. It's not real Microsoft Word. Okay. Let me show you where to go. So you just type in Open Office. And there's the Apache version is released. Open Office. And that's what it's called, Open Office. And that's what I use. You can find different places to download it that if you don't trust certain websites, there are different sites where you can get this that are trusted, but I did it directly from openoffice.org. So that's their site, and that's what I use. I mean, it works fine. It doesn't have a lot of the complicated stuff like Excel has, but as long as you're doing simple spreadsheets like I do, just summing up a bunch of numbers, doing multiplication, division, basic stuff, it works great. So this is OpenOffice. And then I can use this on my laptop, my streaming computer, my other computer, same thing. And it is free. Free. It doesn't have all the fancy bells and whistles that Microsoft has. So if you're looking for some unique thing and you can't do it there, it's like, well, it's free. It does the basics. XRP to $300, they say. They say. Yeah, Doge to $300, right? Why not? XRP to Bitcoin price. Sure. Let's go. Let's go. You knew 30 cents was coming? Didn't expect it that fast. Me too. I knew we'd get there, but not that fast either. Because remember Byron was saying, yeah, 30 cents by the end of the week. And I was like, I don't think so. Well, Saturday morning, we got it. So for Doge, I would say $1.85, right? For this cycle, following the fib lines. And if you want to see those fib lines, you can watch my video on my 2-year outlook. And I show fib lines for Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, Bitcoin dominance on the downside, total market cap, like all that stuff. I did that all in that video. WinRAR. I remember that rhyme. What was that? Yeah. Yeah, but you have the key, right? You put it on multiple computers and run it all. I don't know. I just didn't deal with it. I got OpenOffice for free and it works fine. Hey, Prajwal, how are you? What's a good time to take profit and how much percentage? Captain, we're going to be talking about that in October, next month. That's going to be our theme of the month, is going to be exactly that. All right? So stick around. And next month, we're going to be talking about that. I don't think now is the time. Yes, Andrew, I said $1.85. Go watch my 2-year outlook video. There you go. 3 million people have taken to the streets in London. Yeah. That's a lot. That is a lot. DB just ran a 5K while I'm just sitting here on my butt. I'm sitting here on my butt and you're running. That's right. I did my exercises earlier, did my whole workout routine. So I'm good. Hey, look at that. We're coming out of the box. Coming out of Kriss's box here. This is good. Let's go. If Doge hit $1.85, you don't know what I would do. Yeah, by the time it got to $1.85, I would not have as much Doge left. I would have already been taking profits, like most of us probably would have. But I'll still always have some. Winamp. I remember Winamp. Playing songs right on your computer. Winamp was the thing. Yep. I'm with you, Goya. I don't trust anything either. Learn the hard way on a lot of things. It's just like, nope. You got to double check everything. Let's go, Byron. I know, right? Let's go. Panagiotis, welcome. Yeah, so that video on my channel here, you go to, after the live stream, just go to my YouTube channel, click on videos, and it was about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, right there. Dogecoin crypto 2-year outlook. Go look at that one. You can watch some other ones too. All week I've had bangers all week long. All of these awesome videos. A lot of stuff about the ETFs, about the Dogecoin treasuries, covered all that stuff. You're congratulating me on the XRP buys, and I do have to say that it was somebody in the chat who got me to buy it. It's not on me. But now, looking back at it, it's like, woohoo, great buy. I was buying XRP at 49 cents. Not quite yet, Ryan. It's holding on to the box still. It's holding on. Yeah, I do work the mind. I don't have a lot of downtime during my days. I am busy all the time doing something. Sometimes I relax, but I'm usually like watching a baseball game or football game or something. Something's always going on. Catching up on X and YouTube and other stuff. BBC is reporting the protests are far right, even though it's just a lot of regular people who are tired of the current government. Yep. You know what the BBC is. The police on horses battered a person. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Check my email. Check my email. Okay. I'll check my email. Aha. Well, there we go. All right, dude. We will do it. We will do it. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Hold on. Let me. I don't know. Get rid of that one. Boop. Open up this one. What are we doing, Ryan? What are we doing? It's number 69, Ryan. Number 69. We need Doge to get back to 29 cents, and the only way to do it is to give away some Dogecoin. Thank you, Christoph. Ha! Dogecoin. Giveaway. We'll do the All Eyes on Doge song in a little bit. Right now, we're getting ready for the giveaway. We're going to give away some Dogecoin. Do you guys want to earn? No, be given Dogecoin? You want some free Dogecoin? Wow. Type the word Dogecoin in the chat and you will be entered into the giveaway. We're going to give away Dogecoin right now. We're going to have 3 lucky winners. 33 Dogecoin each, which is like almost $10 now. It's getting rejected, I know. But that's why we're going to break this open. You have to use a capital D, Jason, and Captain. You can't use a small d. Mark, you have to spell it correctly to be entered. Capital D, Dogecoin. Kriss, capital D. And you only have to type the word in once. If you type the word Dogecoin in multiple times, you still only get 1 entry. The giveaway tool is smarter than you are. So here's the way it works. This is the StreamYard giveaway tool. It randomly selects from the people who have correctly typed the word into the chat, and the word is Dogecoin. And there's going to be 3 winners, 33 Dogecoin each. Now, if we do the spin and your name comes up, you need to be here in the chat. And you need to say something in the chat like, yay, I won, woohoo, good for me, whatever you want to say, just so you acknowledge to me that you won the Doge. Also, you need to be ready, willing, and able to send me an email, because you have to send me your Dogecoin wallet address so I know where to send the Doge. You have to have a Dogecoin wallet. If you don't have a Dogecoin wallet, you can easily create one through the MyDoge app. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. And I'll show you how to do that. That's really easy. But yeah, you need to send me an email after the stream with your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet address. And then tonight I will send out the Dogecoin to the winners. If you weren't a winner, do not send me an email. I'll just delete it. Not interested. All right. So we're going to have 3 draws. Now, if you win the draw, but you're like, yay, I won, but I want to give someone else a chance, you can say to pass it on, and we'll respin for another winner. So you can do that as well. So do we have everybody in the drawing? You have to have typed in the word Dogecoin into the chat. This is going to be 33-cent Doge, and through it, we've got the Dogecoin price here right in the background, and we'll be watching if we get back to 29 cents. It's now coming outside the box right now. So let's go. Let's go. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to give away some Dogecoin? Here's our first draw. Let's go. Let us go. And let me do my drum roll. Tobin, you have won the first drawing. Woohoo! All right, Tobin. Congrats. Tobin, woohoo! We got a woohoo from Tobin. All right. I gotcha. You type the word Dogecoin in the chat, XCP. Type the word Dogecoin in the chat, and you will be entered. Now, we've done one draw. You don't have to retype the word in to be eligible on the second and third draws, you're already entered. All right, drawing number 2. Let's go. Mrs. Jeep Doc. Mrs. Jeep Doc. I hope I'm saying that right. Mrs. Jeep Doc. Yeah, bye-bye box, right, Ryan? I see that. It's working. It's working. Christoph, thank you. You got Dogecoin to pump almost to 29 cents. Let's go. Do we have a Jeep Doc in the house? Yay! All right. All right. I will put my email address up on the screen in just a minute, all right, for the winners. So, thank you, Christoph, again. Ahmed, you only have to type the word Dogecoin once. You're good. All right. Last draw. Here we go. Here we go. Ben Price. Congratulations. Do we have a Ben Price in the house? Hey, thanks. You're welcome. All right. We got 3 draws. We got 3 winners. So for the winners, you want to send me an email to krisscrypto@gmail.com. And so that is right here on the screen as Doge is breaking through 29 cents right now. Kriss Crypto, that's KrissKrypto, krisscrypto@gmail.com. Send me an email, include your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet. And your Dogecoin wallet needs to begin with a letter D so that I know it's a real Dogecoin wallet on the Dogecoin blockchain, because that's what we do. And the giveaway actually worked because look at Dogecoin. And here's our magnet. It's up here at 30 cents for those who just came in. The magnet is right there because 29 isn't good enough. We need to get back over 30. So that's what we are watching right now with Doge. We got Bitcoin finally getting back over 116,000. So good for Bitcoin. ETH still kind of lagging. How about Pump? Did Pump come back to its new all-time high? Pump. Yes, look at that. Pump broke out. Hits a new all-time high and is now 0.007 and moving higher. Those of you who bought pump.fun when I did, after I sold my stupid Trump tokens, woohoo, yay to us. New all-time high on the pump token. Woohoo. Woohoo. That is awesome. Making money. Well, I'm making the money back that I lost on the Trump token. I'm making it back. That was just a stupid thing. That was just stupid for me to buy that. Stupid collectible. Stupid. Pengu's lagging a little bit. Not moving yet. Checking on Bonk. Yeah, Bonk as well. Lagging a little bit. So, yeah. Pump.fun. The Doge is up 29.11 now. Let's go. Let's go. And with that move, for those that want to hear all eyes on Doge, are you ready? Are you ready to dance? Who's ready to dance? We got to have everybody dancing. You ready? Dancing. Here we go.
All All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Ah, let's go. Let's go. This video is in almost every one of my live streams. You could only see and hear this video during KrissPax live streams. So it is my video on my channel. This is the only place to see it and hear it. Woohoo! Captain, I'm betting on Bonk to do a better return from here than Pepe. Again, I think Pepe, Bonk did very well last year too, no doubt, but it wasn't a Pepe. So I think this year Pepe will outperform. Bonk will outperform Pepe, but we'll see. You're welcome, Jeep Doc. You're welcome. We got it. That's what Dogecoin's all about. Dogecoin family. We're very generous, all for the love of this coin with a dog on it, as Billy calls it, right? It's just a silly coin with a dog on it. Oh. Happy to be alive. Do only good every day. Yeah, all good stuff. Yeah, RC fun. And again, the pullback was Bitcoin. Bitcoin was dragging everything down late morning this morning. And so Doge didn't have a chance. But it's coming back. Coming back. You want to see the KrissPax Star-Lord again? We'll play that. We'll play that again. People think that's kind of weird, but a lot of people think that's weird, but it's a fun one. Bullish Billionaire reminds everyone to hit the like button, of course. Thank you. Thank you. We're here on a Saturday. We are watching Dogecoin coming back after hitting 30 cents earlier. And again, for those that came earlier, I was hoping Doge would trade like we see in the white here, slow and steady, instead of the orange where it just accelerated too fast and then pulled back. And the pullback got everybody worried. Oh no, Dogecoin. But hey, look, coming right back up now. So I can get rid of these lines. They're kind of messing up my chart anyway. So we'll take those off. And for those wanting to buy on the dip, well, the dip was at 1 o'clock today. Down to 28.2 was the dip. And now we're moving up. No, nothing specific in the subject line, Tobin. In the body, I just need your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet. 69. You're going to sell again at 42 cents maybe, DJ? That's where I took my first slice last year. 42 cents. And people were like, oh, Dogecoin, you sold Doge. It's like, guys, what are we here for? And you knew what my goal was to make profit and buy a house, which I told everyone about. That was my goal. And so if starting to sell some Dogecoin at 42 cents made me reach my goal, I told everybody I was going to do it. Hey, Weather Girl. Hey, Monica, how are you? You knew All Eyes on Doge was going to play because I know you danced to it. Right. Selling just a sliver. Exactly, DJ. Taking profits. Slices at a time. That's the way to do it. Awesome bullish. That's what we are. Conviction in Doge. Don't mind at all. We are having fun. What's the probability of a rate cut on the 17th? It's 100%, Captain. It's literally 100% probability. The question is going to be 25 or 50? I'm saying 25, like I've said like 6 months ago, that the September 17th Fed meeting would be a 25 basis point rate cut. So, and that's happening next week. Should be bullish for crypto markets, at least short term. At least short term. I know, like Jason said. Doing great, dancing, awesome. I once half danced to the KrissPax song. Half dance meaning with my legs from the couch. Smacked your toe on the coffee table. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that. That's right. Oh, yeah. Good times. You want to see the dance studio one? Yeah, Tobin, you can email now or later. I'm good. I'll get to it tonight. The early afternoon dump was Bitcoin and ETH. And maybe some profit taking on Doge at 30 cents. There may have been some of that. Do I think Doge has a pullback after rate cuts? Yes, I do. Like the day after, not immediately. If there's no rate cuts, that would be bad. We would see dumpage. Dumpage. You love Chirpow already? Right. Now he's everybody's friend, right? He's going to give us rate cuts finally. He's being like, oh, this is the Jerome Powell we like. There'll be volatility. Right leading up. Usually the Wednesday mornings are really quiet, but as soon as it gets to like 1 o'clock and leading up to the 2 o'clock announcement, that's why we watch Tom Crown, because he likes to map those out on his live stream, and he's usually spot on. And yeah, volatility. Exactly. It's going to go up to 33. Yeah, eventually. Eventually it'll get to 33 cents and higher. Trend is still up. Yes, it is. Oh, you like chunky peanut butter, Ryan? Some only like the smooth. If there's no rate cuts, well, we're not going to go to a recession on that, but there would be a swift pullback, though, in the markets. But recession has to do with GDP and all of that stuff. So, I mean, they're trying to protect against inflation, right? That's the fear, is that inflation would go up. But if they don't cut the rate, I don't think we're all of a sudden in a bear market. You're sending Chirpow a fruit basket. Yeah, so Tom usually starts between 1 and 1:30. The rate decision is made at 2 o'clock. And then at 2:30, Chirpao starts speaking. And then there's the whole Q&A with Chirpao, and that usually goes to about 3 o'clock. And then I usually start my live stream when Tom finishes his, like 3:30 or so. So look for that. But yeah, I'll be over on Tom's stream Wednesday afternoon, just hanging out in the chat. And then I'll start my stream after Tom's done. Yeah, I don't want to compete against Tom. Tom's so good. Now, there was one last December that Tom couldn't do because he was in Dubai. And so I did the official FOMC meeting live on that one. That was fun, trying to do what Tom did. And I actually did pretty well, predicting the movement in Bitcoin and the DXY. And I was spot on, pretty close. But then Tom came back and I'm like, okay, you can take it back. No, not on Wednesday morning, Monica. Typically, the Wednesday mornings before the Fed meetings are quiet. Things just go sideways. That's typically what we see. Unemployment is already spiking, bands. We're seeing it. The unemployment numbers are coming up, which is why the Fed needs to cut rates and allow businesses to borrow more, expand, and hire. That's what it's about. Yep. Yeah, the rate announcement is at 2, and then Chirpao speaks at 2:30. Do you put a stop loss in? Well, Captain, I don't believe in stop losses because I don't want to lose my coins. I don't want to sell them unnecessarily. If there's a quick dip and it comes right back up and you've sold, it's like, ugh. So I don't use stop losses. But then I'm usually watching the charts all the time, except when I'm asleep. I'm watching I got the charts on. So, but that's just me. I should invite Chirpao to the Dollar Doge party. Yes. And Elon Musk too. Yeah, it's a good routine. Tom Crown's awesome. He does a great job. Very entertaining. And he gets like 3,000 or more people on those live streams in the chat. That's a lot of fun. So, yep. Stuffing pasta salad. Sounds good. I don't know what's for dinner tonight here in the KrissPax household. The FOMC is live on the Federal Reserve website. And then Tom broadcasts it from there on a floating screen. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Yeah, I told everyone at the beginning of my red circle here that I had. First thing this morning, I said, yeah, Doge came up to 30, but I expect it to dip into the red circle just below 29. And it did. Spot on. Thank you. How was your day? And now look at us, recovering back to over 29 cents. You missed our giveaway today, Charlotte. We did, thanks to our friend Christoph. We had a nice Dogecoin giveaway today, which actually got these green candles going. So we can thank Christoph for that. Too late, Powell. Yeah, the date is the 17th, Wednesday. 17th Wednesday. When we see the big drop The big drop is usually being manipulated by the market makers, and then it's the big boys buying it up to bring it back up, with some retail traders who are looking for those kinds of things. Typically how it works. Do I like taking profit in one sell or slowly getting out? Slowly, not even half at a time. Like 10, 20% slices. Because you never know if the price is going to keep going up. You don't want to sell it all and then the price keeps going up higher. And you're never going to guess the exact top. You're never going to know when that is. So that's how I do it. And I did that last year when I was selling for the house until the very end. And then I was just dumping everything because of the tariff thing. It was just like everything else that I had, I was just market selling all of it. Did I get the best price? No. But over the following week after that, the whole market went down 10, 15%. I was like, glad I sold when I did. They took the money on the dip. Well, only if you were selling. Were you selling on the dip? I wasn't. I don't sell on the red candles. I sell on the green candles. Numbers going up. Oh, got another Coinbase text message. Please contact support. Nope. Delete. If you ever get a text message or an email from someone claiming to be Coinbase, just delete it. Don't click on any links. Don't call any phone numbers. They're all scams. All scams. Hey, Edward, how are you? You might be having pizza. I don't know what we're having. I have no idea. A cryptonomist article just referenced you and your magnet. Oh, I got to see this. Oh, I got to see this. Dogecoin, KrissPax. Cryptonomist, right? I think I just have to go without the Dogecoin. KrissPax. News. Oh, CryptoRank did me 2 weeks ago. Might have to do it in 2. Oh, not seeing it. Not seeing it. How do you spell that? Cryptonomist? Having trouble finding it. How long ago was that? Meme coins, how are they doing? Is it in this one? Memes. Doge. Boom of meme coins. Pump.fun. Market. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll have to find it later. Well, they do have a search. Dogecoin. If I can spell it right. Yes, Charlotte. Raiden's here. Raiden has made an appearance. So that would be this one right here. Dogecoin price prediction. There's Dogecoin ETF. Next Dogecoin. According to analyst KrissPax, Dogecoin recently climbed close to 30 cents, but faced resistance and pulled back slightly. His chart posted on X shows a possible dip towards 29 cents, which serves as the first support level. If buyers hold this area, Dogecoin could quickly retest 30. Ha! Got the magnet there. Despite the pullback, higher lows still forming, keeping the overall uptrend intact. Many view the dip as a healthy correction after a strong rally. Woohoo! Hey, we made it. We made it. The KrissPax magnet. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's great. Oh, my mother would be proud. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks for pointing that out. That's awesome. Hey, Reed, looking to sell? Yeah, we'll see how this thing does going forward. We will see. I do not recommend any software for buy and sell indicators, Captain. Use your instincts. Follow the news. Follow the charts. Those buy and sell indicators are crap. If you remember, 3 days ago, the TD sequential indicator by our friend Ali suggested you sell your Dogecoin at 23 cents. Captain, you can go look at Ali's chart on his X profile. The TD sequential indicator said sell your Dogecoin at 23 cents. If you had done that, how would you feel? Because it didn't drop lower. It then went to 24 cents, and then 25, and then 26, and then 27, and 28, and now here we are at 29. Don't use software buy and sell indicators. Use your own judgment, okay? Bad news. The crypto god is back. Sold all your Dogecoin. Awesome. We don't have to hear from you again? Good. Because you've been kind of a jerk. Yep. DB did get mad at me for being the reason Dogecoin dropped down. How did I know? Byron, I have just been watching the Dogecoin charts so long that as soon as I got up this morning, I saw that it had rocketed up to 30 cents. And our friend Charlotte posted that she couldn't wait for her American friends to wake up and see Dogecoin, right? And I woke up and I saw it and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to hold. Because we were doing slow and steady, penny at a time. This was too quick. And so that's when I predicted, yeah, it's going to fall back in the 28s. And thus, that was that chart that I posted, which Cryptonimus now has there. I had the red circle there, and it came right down. Just been watching Doge way too long. So, T-Fox, there's not a specific price I'm going to sell at. It's all going to be around the news and the calendar. So we will watch it into October and see what's going on. Too early to pick what price to sell. Did Raiden gift another membership? Ah, my friend, that is awesome. That is awesome. It is given to Rod. Hey, Rod, you've been gifted a membership. from our friend Raiden. Welcome to the KrissPax family. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Raiden. Feeling generous today. Welcome back again, my friend. Congrats to Rod. Yeah, Nick. All eyes on Doge. For the love of crypto, listen to Kriss. The magnet is now famous. The magnet has made an appearance in a news article. The magnet. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Billionaires love Doge. I can't wait to start mining my own Doge. Rare and pure Dogecoin. Yes, I'm very excited to do that. I wish I would have done it back in 2014, but I didn't know about Dogecoin. KrissPax, you're a king. Yeah, I remember that. I remember KrissPax, you're a king. Look, Ma, I made it. Yeah, right. The mighty magnet. The magnet is going to become more popular than me. Look at it. It's everywhere. It's like, who's KrissPax? It's all the magnet. It's been the cat and the magnet all along. It's been the cat and the magnet all along. The magnet is what bought Raiden back. You blocked Ali. I keep him around for the humor. Really. I reference his stuff just for the humor of it. Because as soon as he did that TD sequential sell thing, I mean, I don't remember whether it was a video or a live stream where I called it out. And I was just like, don't listen to this guy. Don't sell. Right. As Raiden says, sell at $1.85. Then you can sell. You have Raiden's permission. Kriss is secretly the biggest Doge holder. Wow, I wish I had a billion Dogecoin. The cat is behind all of this. Oh, God. Oh, Kriss, the ping master. Oh, God. Yeah, Doge ETF Mustang guy. It looks like it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. The guy from Bloomberg, his last post on it was thinking maybe Thursday. So something going on the back end with the exchanges. I don't know what. Somewhere on the floor behind me, there's the Pax cat is there, pawing at a touch screen. Oh, God, you guys. That's so funny. Brian, you bought 600 more. Yeah, just let's call them coins because it's a crypto coin, all right? Shares are stocks. Coins are crypto coins. And then there's these other things called crypto tokens, but don't ever call Dogecoin a token. That gets Kriss mad. Dogecoin is not a token. I can have a Wikipedia page. I've been in a bunch of articles. You can actually Google it and you can see them all. It looks like there's another one that I didn't know about. There's one I didn't know about. I knew the Binance one, but there's this one 3 days ago. Coin market cap. Somehow I'm in this one. It says my name. There, somebody trader. I'm a trader. Hey, Ryan, I'm a trader in this one. What was I called before? I don't remember. What was I before? Well, now I'm just a trader. The trader KrissPax observed that Dogecoin's current price trends resemble those from a year ago, predicting a major upward move in 2025. Yay! Yeah, I've been an analyst, been a crypto expert. Yes. There was one other word, though. Can't remember the name of it. This is where I need Ryan to come up with what was that word. Ryan will think of it. He's good at that stuff. Crypto bro. Yeah, the crypto bro. But now I'm just trader KrissPax. A bootlicker. Yeah, the Elon bootlicker. Yeah, RR, you're up late. You're up late. You want a selfie with the magnet. Hey, John. Yep, 2-year outlook is still the same. Yep, still the same. Doesn't look like we're going to be pulling back more. It looks like we're going to retest 29 and then go higher. Bitcoin, can it hold 116? Keeping an eye on that. You were happy to see it hit 30 cents. So was I. Garden over grass. I was happy to see that too, but I knew it wouldn't last. Have not selected the location yet, Mark. Can I launch the ETF? Charlotte, no, and I don't want to. I want it to wait. The longer it waits, the better the anticipation, the higher Doge will go. I like that right now. So, Captain, there's multiple ETFs here. The first one, Rex Osprey, it's going to start next week. The second one, Grayscale, is October 18th. The third one is Bitwise. That's the one that's November 12th. So there's different dates for different ETFs. And the fourth one, which is 21 shares, that final date is January 2026, sometime in January. If Doge hits $1.80, you're going to make $360K, but you're probably already going to be selling at 80 cents to $1. I know, right? Who's going to wait for $1.80 before taking some profits? So, yeah, Brian, just don't ever call Dogecoin a token. That gets Kriss angry and the boots come out. Yes. New show on Netflix called K-Space. Not about me. Not about me. The renowned crypto analyst. That's what it was, Ryan. Exactly. The renowned crypto analyst, and now I'm just a trader. I know, just a trader. Wow. Trader Kriss. That's me. Some have called me Doge Father in the past. Yes. But yeah, the Elon bootlicker. I have been called that too. That was hilarious. Yeah, Jason, that's right. The renowned crypto analyst. Good times. Have I heard of Midjet? No, I have not. Never heard of that one. The start not selling price, 30 cents. Right. I'm not selling at 30 cents. Trying to create a song. Can't come up with anything that rhymes with magnet. I know you got to use AI. Go to Suno. They're good at coming up with lyrics. Exactly. Let the anticipation build up. Push out the ETF launch. A little bit more. Yes, Rowan, we're doing a party when Doge gets to $1. Woohoo. Woohoo. October 18th, a bad omen, ex-husband's birthday. Well, we're going to be celebrating the Grayscale ETF launch. You'll want to join in on that party. You'll probably be making your flight reservations for Boston then. Sonia, how are you? Having a blast watching with your husband? Hello, hello. Welcome. We're just following Doge. We look in at Bitcoin and what's going on. We look in at ETH. I take requests from the chat, look at other things. But mainly we talk about Doge here because it's fun. It's dogs and memes. And it's a lot more fun than Bitcoin. A lot of people have Bitcoin live streams and they're usually pretty boring. So we do Dogecoin and we have fun. So it's time to pull out the Star Lord. Here it comes.
Yeah. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Listen to these words. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Then bring it down hard. Someday, we'll put it together.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Bring it down hard. It's a dance off, bro. It's a dance off, bro. Oh. Yeah, I got called a liberal. That was weird. That was very weird. I've been called a conservative too, which is also kind of weird. Also weird. 10,000 people at a bar at a Dogecoin party. Sure. 10,000. There's no way I'm going to know how many people are actually coming. That's going to be the thing. The Star Lord. Yeah, 1.8, Jay. What? Yeah, what are you doing? Isn't that great? This is the top. Hey, Chadwick. This is the top signal. Oh, Mac about Zone. Yeah, I don't know. Is it going to make it back to $4 again? Is the October rally? Oh, no, we got to wait for October rally to come in after we have the pullback from the U.S. government shutdown. So we got to wait for that. Yeah, we had a giveaway earlier, Kronos. Señor Ricardo, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? From Spain. Hello, hello. Ah, see, I knew that. I knew just enough Spanish to figure that out. I used to live in Miami. I picked up a lot of Spanish when I was down in Miami. Hola, Spain. Mana. Really? Mana is doing well? Really? People getting into the metaverse thing again? Fyro Thews, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to $1.80. That's just what the fib tool says. That's what I was pointing out. If you do technical analysis, Doge is going to $1.80. It's all TA, right? It's got to. It has to. Just like it has to fill all those CME gaps on Bitcoin. It has to happen. Project X in Boston. It'll be a fun party. Don't quite know how I'm going to do it yet. Because I won't know who's coming. It's not like I'm like selling tickets to it or anything. So it's got to be someplace that can handle a lot of people or not. So we'll see how that goes. I look 40% richer? Oh, wait. Not quite sure about that one, Mr. Squid. Let's just go to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, people would be very disappointed. I know, right? Once you get to $1, well, I mean, what's a million? Million. Yeah, bunch of degens, exactly right. Which is why I'm not having it in my house. Don't need a bunch of degens coming and messing up my house. I don't even know where the cat is. Where's the Pax cat? Is he here? I don't see him. He's avoiding me. I know, crypto gangsters, exactly. Can't have that. Do you know how much those Celtic skyboxes cost? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Pax cat is resting. I know all the Neverland folks will show up. Oh my God. Everyone who got the boot is going to show up at the Dogecoin dollar party. Oh. Pitch in for a skybox, right? We'll have it someplace fun, but not pricey like a skybox. That's. Plus, we're going to go a long time. It's like, don't want to be distracted by a game, a basketball game. We just want to all get together and dance to All Eyes on Doge, right? Oh. Well, we got a ways to go, though. Not holding 29 cents right now. The magnet needs to be bigger. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, Captain, I've tried mapping that out if there are certain days in certain times, and it's not consistent. So, nope, not consistent. Yes, I'm fighting Elon, of course. Elon gets an invite. Come up to Boston. You're going to be the French girl lost in Boston. It's kind of hard to get lost in Boston. It's not a huge city. It's pretty small. It's fun, though. Fun city. Everybody should come to Boston at some point. Walk the Freedom Trail. See the Boston Common, Public Garden, all of that. Shop on Newbury Street. You'd like Newbury Street, Charlotte. You'd love Newbury Street. All the little shops and stuff. Yeah. Fun, fun. Will there be a shutdown? Of course, Trump doesn't like the idea, but he has no control over it. It's a Congress thing. It's a Congress thing. So, and right now, the two sides of Congress aren't getting along. They're not getting along. So, is there a poly market for a government shutdown? Let's see what the Doge one is, by the way, first. 18% now. Dogecoin for all-time high. So now 18%. Government shutdown. Government shutdown. 54%. Wow. There's a 54% chance of a government shutdown on poly market. That's not good. Don't like that. Driving across Boston. Nobody does that because of the traffic. There's not a lot of roads, and it's not all a grid. I mean, the Back Bay part is a grid, but the rest of it is all pretty random. So, hey, Jeep Doc, I got you. I got you. I got Tobin too. Really, it's only like 20 minutes. Boston is not the size of England, that's for sure. There's a bunch of like suburbs out there, right? But that's not the city. Boston City isn't really that big. Not anything like New York. I mean, New York is huge. You can't walk across New York City, but you can walk across Boston. It's a dream of yours to shake Elon Musk's hand. Well, maybe he'll come. What's the deal with thumbs up and Doge? Yeah, thumbs up is going to be mining Dogecoin. So they're going to get into the mining business and they're going to mine Doge. I don't know how big the pullback's going to be. Math. No way to tell right now. When is the mayor re-election date? I don't know. They just had the first primary. Mayor Wu won. Josh Kraft was going to be on a runoff, but then he pulled out and said, nope, I'm not going to do it. Hey, Pex Cat. The cat shows up. He knew we were talking about him. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi, buddy. Have you been manipulating the Dogecoin price? Have you, buddy? It's your fault. Oh. You think the chances are higher than that? I do too, Ron. I think they're higher than that. Can we have the IRS shut down? Be flying to JFK first. Why would you go down there? Can't you fly right into Boston? There's a lot of direct flights from, I know, the EU to Boston. I mean, I can fly direct from Boston to Rome and back. Direct flights. So there's got to be a London flight direct. Going to be some dips closer to the government shutdown. We have to be ready for that. We're bouncing off the box right now, Raiden. Bouncing off the top of the box. He's the market maker. Pax Cat will get us some green candles. All right. Do your magic. He's busy manipulating. He's kind of hanging out here right now. Pump still going up. Nice. Nice. Making money. Making money. Got to 746 and then a little bit of a red candle. New all-time high for pump token. Woohoo. Yeah, you don't want to check out New York City. But I get what you're saying. It'd probably be easier. Go to New York, then come up to Boston. You'll see how much better Boston is than New York. I'm not taking that whole World War III thing. I mean, the stuff with NATO and Russia and all that crap going on. I mean, it takes a long time for those things to build up. And I think cooler heads will prevail on that. Duchess, having faith there's no government shutdown? I don't have faith. If I was betting on it, I'd be betting that yes, there will be a government shutdown. Peak showing strength again. I know, it got up to 9. Where's it at now? Yep, still holding over 9. Nice. That is a good move by Peak. You peaksters out there. You want to put a magnet on your chart of choice? No, we can just do it. I'm guessing SWE, you were asking about SWE. SWE's holding up. Well, look at that, 384. Is SWE going to make it back to $4? $4. There it is. There you go. $4 SWE. I'm guessing that's what you want. We'll just do that. Charlotte's going to buy pizza with Doge. Williamsburg pizza? You got to do that if you're in New York, right? Yeah, I don't follow Moonshot. That's that token generator, right? You might just do that. Williamsburg Pizza. Yeah, next time I'm in New York, if I have time, I want to go down there and do that. Orbit's flying to New York. Yeah, it would probably be short. I don't think it'd be that long extended one like we had. I don't know when that was. 8-10 years ago. It was kind of a long one. Specifically Boston food. Specifically Boston. We got the beans. We got Boston baked beans. Of course, lobster. Lobster is kind of a all over New England, Maine, all the way down to Boston. But the lobster is just that's a big thing here. I don't know. Most of the best food here is actually some of the food from other countries. Like the north end of Boston has these wonderful Italian restaurants with the real authentic Italian food. It's like, that's good. That is good. Yep, there it is, Sergeant. Right on the SWE chart. Back to $4. Meanwhile, I've got a big magnet on Doge to get up there. Let's go. I don't follow Neon EVM, Jay. Don't know. Yeah, so November 24th was my first time in crypto, did a lot of mistakes. Now it's almost a year. Yeah, when you come into crypto and the prices are all high because it's all pumped, which happens to a lot of people. It's the first time you heard about it, you come in, you don't know that that's like the top, right? So, but now you know more. Exactly. You learn, you hang out. Hey, Zach, I did say we were going up. Even 3 days ago, Zach. Look at look at this. First, 9 days ago, waiting for Doge to bark. Then ready for the ETF to launch, the calm before the storm, big gains, pump coming, ready to launch, altcoin season's here, pump continued. They're all up. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Up, up, up. Yeah, Captain. Great question. Because cryptocurrencies are a market. Same thing happens with the stock market. When it's a bad stock day and there's big dips, like 95% of the stocks are all dropping at the same time. It's all manipulated. Totally manipulated. So yeah, that's what happens. It's just because it's a market. Generally, it goes how Bitcoin goes. And the only time is every once in a while you have a separate run because of a piece of news of one crypto or another that goes in a different direction than Bitcoin. But that's mostly because Bitcoin is still over half the market cap of all of crypto. But yeah, it all moves. It's the whole market that's moving. So that's what that is. Wish I could buy Doge with pizza. When I first heard about Moonshot, New Roots, it didn't sound good to me. It didn't sound like something that I want to invest in. So The Boston clam chowder. True. American fast food. That's what you want. McDonald's. Wendy's. Wendy's, you get the square burgers. McDonald's are round. Square at Wendy's. The burger patties. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Salem's Haven, you did your DCAing, bought your average down, and now you're in the profit. Yeah, there are some nice Italian delis in the North End as well. Absolutely. After this cycle, I'm done with altcoins. Yes. At least that's the plan. I don't know. Something may come up, but yeah, it's just going to be Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Doge is, quote, an altcoin, but it's Doge. I'll always have Doge. But yeah, it's going to be Doge and Bitcoin. Doge won't be an altcoin anymore. I like that answer. Yeah. Hey, Kriss with a K. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I don't know if there's any in and outs in New York City. There aren't any in Boston. Shake Shack. Yeah, the Shake Shacks are a little small and a little expensive. And yeah, it's supposed to taste better, but they're kind of pricey. If you're going for fast food, you know, it's like... probably about 15 more minutes, Kriss. I'll be streaming. You don't have any Wendy's there? Some think out of between Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's. Wendy's is the best out of those three. Some people think that. What's the beef with Doge Bros? The guy came in here the other day and was shilling his NFT project. I engaged with him. I read it. I said, good luck. And then he shilled it again. And then someone else in the stream said, stop shilling your project. And he said, I'm not shilling. And then went ahead and shilled his project again. So by then it was like, dude. And then I got back involved again. And then he made some comment like, I don't know anything about it. NFTs and Dogecoin. And I said, well, actually, I do. And I went through all of that. He pissed me off. So I ended up booting him because he just wouldn't stop. He didn't get the message. And then he posted something on X where he went through the live stream video and he cut all the clips out where it was engaging with him. I think he missed the first one though, right? Put these clips together, posted it on X, and I was like, what? No ETH, no ETH. When I sell my ETH, I'm done with ETH. Yep. You're not a Kriss with a K. You're a Christoph. Doge will lead alt season. That's what I've been saying. That's exactly what I've been saying. Doge will lead alt season. And I have a number of videos with that title on it. Exactly. I don't think Doge will ever become a stable coin. It'll still be volatile. As soon as we feel we hit the top, I'll be dumping all my coins. A lot of people will. That's the idea, right? Book some profit. We don't know when the top is going to be. We don't know how long. We don't know if next year is going to be a bear market or not. So my plan is to not sell everything. I'm going to keep like 20% of my Doge, and I don't know how much of my Bitcoin yet, but I'll keep a lot of it too. And everything else is going to be sold. Just booking the profit, locking it in, and then we'll see what happens next year. Steak and Shake, you can use Bitcoin. You can get a Bitcoin burger, pay in Bitcoin. I'll only do that if Bitcoin's like 200K, right? And then I'll like, okay, I'll spend some Bitcoin now. Can Doge make number 3? Can Doge make number 3? That's over XRP, 186 billion. So Doge would at well, Doge isn't going to go up with XRP just being stagnant, right? But let's say Doge is $1.50. At $1.50, Doge would be number 3. $1.50. So pump. What's the 7-7? I don't know what that is. Christoph is scared. Asian countries, big crypto investors, mostly Korea. Korea is like the biggest one. Yes, I'll still be investing in stocks. The 7-7 burger from Steak and Shake. Automated trading in retirement accounts for the ETF. It depends on, I mean, we've already seen it with Bitcoin and ETH, right? Generally, when there's a lot of buying, price goes up, and then people are selling their ETFs when the markets are down. So I don't think the algorithm in like retirement accounts really affects the price that much. It's not a big of a percentage of the overall trading, and it certainly won't be for Dogecoin. So I can short ETH. Yeah, I mean, there's that whole thing Bull Run and I were talking about, like 2026, shorting the market. I'm going to have to extend this box out longer. We're back in the box, guys. Back in the box. What exit indicators? Mine. It'll be my charts. I'm not looking at any other indicators. I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at the charts, and then taking it from there. How long the altcoin run, at least through October, maybe into November, we'll see. With Doge, it's going to go fast. Doge always goes fast. Well, I got to see what this thing looks like too. Hold on. The Steak and Shake 7-7 burger. Man, look at that. How do you eat that? How the heck do you eat that? Yeah, it's like 7 patties. Look at that. Oh, man. You skip the fries. You don't need any fries. You just, that's the meal right there. God. Is this a picture of? Oh, it's a TikTok. Do we watch the TikTok? I don't know if there's any music on it. I don't want to do that. Here's another TikTok. Somebody eating it. Yeah, so there's a bunch of TikToks. Oh my God. How do you eat that, right? Oh my God. Here we are talking about food again, and I'm hungry. Don't even know what's for dinner tonight. Oh. XRP is getting an ETF also. Yes. Yep. Here we are talking about food again, Charlotte. The thing is a monster. Oh. Yes. For one person. Eat it up. Does that burger come with a doctor's appointment? Ah. Hey, Lolavac. I'll be selling most of my Doge this run while keeping 20% on my ledger. After that, I'll mine Doge, reaccumulate. Exactly. That's exactly my scheme as well. Keep 20% on my ledger and then mine. I'll just be mining. Yep. And all of that mine Doge is at the price of electricity, which is like another account that pays the power. So it's like I don't even see it. I'll think it's free Doge when actually I'm paying for it through my power bill. But but thanks for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate it. It's a jawbreaker. Eat that plugged into an IV. Go big or go home. Defibrillate. You guys are great. Oh, that's awesome. I know. It's making you hungry. And it's just, it's horrible. Yeah. Clogging your arteries. Any news on Doge OS? They keep posting all of the stuff on X, but there's no schedules. Everything's in beta. And it's just, there's no dates. I have no idea when all that stuff is launching. ETF, next Thursday, we think now. The Rex Osprey ETF for Dogecoin is going to start trading. So that's coming. But Doge OS, I don't know. Back in the box. Boost the magnet. Sure. There. Bigger. Come on. Come on. Get up. Come on. I need to check with my travel health insurance. Ah, that's so funny. No, see, just call Kronos, just call him Kriss. He just wants to be called Kriss now. Thanks, other Kriss. Appreciate it. We have fun here. We try to. I mean, the Bitcoin live streams are just so boring. And we have fun here. Dogecoin. We're talking about a meme coin. A coin with a dog on it. It's like, let's have some fun, right? So I try and entertain. We got a good thing going. Welcome. Floki was a big token from 2021. It's had its moments in 2023, 2024. It had some spikes, kind of traded back down. I just think between Floki and Doge Elon Mars and Baby Doge, those were all, big 2021 tokens. There's better ones this time around. Obviously, we've been watching Pump.Fun hit new all-time highs and Pengu. So that's my thoughts on it. You named your cat Floki? Elon named his dog Floki, which is where it all came from. Is it safe to keep assets on the exchange platform? Well, I mean, as much as you trust the exchange and trust your two-factor authentication and passwords and all of that to access the exchange. And don't click on any stupid links. Like a Coinbase is not going to send you a link. Coinbase is not going to send you a phone number to call. Right? There's a bunch of scams out there, hackers who are trying to get into your Coinbase account. It's all garbage. They're not going to contact you. So, as long as you're okay with that, you can keep your crypto on an exchange. You just know that you don't own the real crypto, right? You're just buying the price on the exchange. Are you talking to me, Crypto God? You act like BTC is a meme coin. No, I don't. That's not even close to true. Why do you have to keep coming back here and being a jerk? You got bad vibes here, dude. Bad vibes. Dogecoin is not a Bitcoin wannabe. It's not even close to wanting to be a Bitcoin. Bitcoin can have its fun being digital gold, store of value, whatever. Dogecoin is a meme. It's fun. It has an increasing supply. I mean, that's all I talk about all the time. Dogecoin does not want to be Bitcoin. Purposely doesn't want to be. The Bitcoin folks are all fuddy-duddies. We're having fun here. Hey, the stuffing pasta salad was good. Awesome, Duchess. Awesome. Love it. BTC is not a meme. God, why are you such a jerk about this? Why are you coming in here into my live stream? We're talking about Dogecoin, having fun, and you keep coming back saying this stupid stuff. I mean, really? Come on. Dogecoin is a dog. Exactly. We got burgers in this community, having fun. Yeah. Bitcoin was before memes. Dogecoin was the meme. It was the meme coin, the OG meme coin. Doge. Oof. Wow. I'm up big on my Bitcoin, except for the last Bitcoin I bought. My other Bitcoin, I'm way up because I bought it at 26K and then I bought some more at like 42K. But then I bought a little bit at 125K for the fun of it. The top. Kriss bought the top. Not $10, dude. $10 is out of the question. So we're not going to talk about that. You go watch Ali if you think Doge is going to hit $10. We don't think so here. Yeah, true. Charlotte, if you do come and you're eating all that food, you better be at a hotel that has a workout room and you need to exercise because you will put on weight. Absolutely. King Top. Bitcoin. That's me. Raiden, you didn't hear, I don't think. I bought Bitcoin at $125,000, the all-time top. I got it. It was only $10 worth, but that's a good $10 well spent. The all-time high. Even higher than that because I bought it on Robinhood. So it was higher than the all-time high. Nobody did that but me. The magnet. We got a big magnet here. Come on. All right, gang. That's what we got for today. Hey, look, it's a good day. Dogecoin's still up 4.5% on the day, despite the little pullback we got here, but still good. Be back tomorrow. I'll be starting a little late tomorrow, so don't expect me at 4 o'clock usual time. It's going to be a little later, more like 5 o'clock. So just to let you know, on the Sunday live stream, will be a little later tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday, or for some of you, it's already Sunday, so have a good day. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.